Inside the Kraken application, it's important to ensure that all the DCCS, digital content creation tools, we plan to use and that are available on our local machine are properly installed. This can be done by accessing the Settings button in Kraken, which opens the DCC Manager. There, we'll find a list of all the available versions for each DCC already installed. If it's the first time Kraken is opened, this list will appear empty. We can filter the list by installed DCCs to view the versions we already have, for example, Hero, Nuke, and so on. To install a new DCC, we click the Add button. This brings up a window where we can select the DCC type we want to install. It's important to note that some DCCs, like Nuke, are packaged as full suites. Installing Nuke will automatically install the full Nuke suite, which includes Hero, Nuke X, Nuke, and Nuke Studio. To access all of them, we only need to select and install Nuke. In this example, we're going to install Blender, so we select Blender as the DCC, then use the file browser to locate the Blender executable, typically found under C:"Program Files, Blender Foundation, Blender:"Blender.exe. The location of the DCC executable may vary depending on the software. For instance, Maya, Houdini, and Nuke will each have different installation paths. However, it's essential to always select the main executable, e.g., Maya.exe, Houdini.exe, Nuke.exe, as Kraken will use this path to launch scenes later on. Once selected, Kraken should automatically detect and fill in the version of Blender being installed. This automatic detection should work for all DCCS, but if it fails, especially when installing from a custom path, we can enter the version manually. It's important that the version matches, since Kraken stores this information in its database and uses it later when selecting which DCC version to open. After verifying the version, we click Add. Now we'll see the newly added 700 in our list. If we filter by Blender, we'll see that only version 4.4.0 is available. This version is now active by default, but we could deactivate it if needed, to prevent Kraken from using it, or remove it altogether. Note that removing a version from Kraken doesn't uninstall the DCC plugin itself. For example, if we have two versions of Maya and we remove version 26, the Maya plugin will still remain installed. Whenever we install a new DCC through Kraken, the system also installs a plugin in the local user directory for that specific DCC. This plugin is what allows Kraken to connect to open scenes and can also be customized or centralized by the studio, depending on how the plugin system is managed internally.